Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Adtastic. I'm your host, Tony Stanhall, and today we're talking to Gary Scheiner, who's EVP, Executive Creative Director at CDM Princeton. Welcome, Gary.
Thank you for having me, Tony. Did I mention you're
awesome? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I noticed, that as an observer of the industry myself, I noticed that pharma agencies and healthcare agencies have exploded in the past couple of years, coincident with the pandemic, I guess. I don't know, but you've spent some time at some other healthcare agencies. Tell me what the last couple of years represented in the industry.
Yeah, I mean, most of my career was outside of healthcare, but in the last 5 years or so, it's been more focused there, and I've definitely seen an explosion of talent. I think one of the reasons why is it's an industry that has money. Clients are spending. People need healthcare. I also think it's probably one of the more innovative industries out there. So, all kinds of breakthroughs, scientific breakthroughs, technological breakthroughs. People are, in COVID, people are a lot more health aware and invested in their own health. So it's taken on total different meaning. Maybe that's the upside of a pandemic. But as a result, in the industry, it's brought an influx of enormous talented creative thinkers, which is
as a creative leader yourself, one of the knocks I heard on pharma advertising or healthcare advertising, and maybe this is an old issue, is that it kind of shackles you because of the restrictions and the warnings that you need to put on creative. But what's your feeling about it? You've been doing it long enough.
Well, it definitely puts you in a box, right? There are things that you can't say or do. The legal ramifications are a lot higher on a pharmaceutical product than they are in other products. But any creative is going to tell you that the best ideas come from putting them in a box. You can't break out of a box unless you're in one. So you're starting at a great place when you're working in healthcare. And as I said earlier, like the talent that's coming in, the thinking is a lot fresher than it's ever been. So, you saw a lot of rote thinking, a lot of cliches and tropes over the years, and you still do. But if you look at Cannes, if you look at Clio, if you look at One Show, like some of the healthcare work that's being done now is it's mouthwatering, it's envy making, and I don't care whether you work in healthcare or not. So the caliber just continues to get better and better and better. And part of that is because it's a challenge that you got to figure out your way around.
Right. And maybe by necessity, you're attracting a lot of people who aren't, healthcare advertising experts, some major brand people and, CPG marketers tend to work well in the pharma spaces. Is that your observation too?
Yeah, there's a lot of people coming into the industry, both on the client side and on the agency side, that didn't start there, and I think that bodes well, right? Because again, you're bringing fresh thinking, you're bringing different approaches that are traditionally seen in packaged goods or in retail or automotive, and that's bringing a lot of fresh solutions to healthcare.
In the last few seconds here, Gary, if you could comment on this. I used to hear big bad pharma pre-pandemic, and you hear a lot less of that these days. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's ever going to go away. There's still a a wrap around, how much it costs. Our healthcare system in this country is absolutely a mess. So, until that's fixed, I think pharma is going to continue to have a little bit of a bad rep. But at the same time, certainly COVID shined a light on the amazing things that big pharma can do. And I actually think it's not just big pharma, right? Like my agency, really, we focus more on biotechs and emerging companies that are working on true breakthroughs, first of their kind, and that's what's moving the industry forward, and that's what's opening up all new worlds of possibilities. You see commercials for cancer where they're talking about cures, HIV, they're talking about cures. Like you didn't see that 5-10 years ago. So that's incredibly exciting, and it's meaningful, right, to the audience, to all of us.
It's a fascinating topic for sure, but unfortunately we're out of time, Gary. I want to thank you for sharing your thoughts, and thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us in another episode of Adtastic. To find out more about Gary Scheiner, just you know where to go, dailyadbrief.com. See you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.